Hey everyone, welcome. So this video is going to be very different kind of a video. That's why I'm sitting back, relaxed, and trust me, I'm feeling a lot more relaxed from just a day before. And the reason for it is that I sold a lot of my positions yesterday in the market when it was a green day. And I made some changes that I haven't made since I started trading, which was back in 2008. Yesterday was one of my biggest trading days ever that I ever had. And for those who know, or those who have been watching this channel, you know that I have made some big trades on Tesla, on some of the other stock, on SoFi. But yesterday was huge for me. I got out of a lot of stocks. The stocks that at once I thought will be amazing buys, will double in the next 1 year or 2 years. I'm not a short-term investor. I mean, I don't feel, or I don't go with the attitude that, you know what, I'm going to double my money in 2 months or 3 months and I will get out. No, my target is always that if I'm buying a stock, I'm going to hold it till at least 2 years before I can profit. But when FOMC came out yesterday, and I have alerted everyone in the channel before that we are going to get ready for some massive volatility in the stock market. Along with that, get ready for basically having a market condition which is not going to be favorable for us retail investors. And when FOMC meeting was going on, and before the meeting, I read some articles, I saw some data, I saw how retail basically trading, also retail spending, also credit card debt, also, what companies or what kind of people are buying stocks. It's all changing. The dynamics is changing. And that kind of made me make the decision up yesterday morning. Along with that, there is one other factor that contributed to it. So when I woke up, I basically got an alert from E-Trade that my Matterport put got executed. This put was for January 2024, $20 put that I had sold a few months ago. And I have gotten like a good amount for that put because Matterport was flirting around $20 at that time. And when I got that alert, it kind of made me realize, because I ended up buying Matterport for $20 yesterday. I had like 30 puts or something like that, crazy number. So the stock is like $4. So that made me realize that because of the options, right? Options, it can get executed at any time. Expiration doesn't mean anything if you have sold the option, because the buyer has the right to basically execute the option anytime. If you have sold it. If you have bought it, no worries, you're just gonna lose the money. If you sell stuff is when you get in trouble. So when I saw that execute, or that alert came into my phone, and it has happened to me in the past where the puts got executed before, I didn't worry about it because I still believe in the stock. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just hold the stock for too long, maybe for 5 years now instead of 2 years, and I will get my money back. But when I saw that, and I had some lot of options position open, basically for next, I would say 2024 expiration, 2023 expiration, it kind of clicked that, you know what, I need to get out. I need to get out now because these kind of market situation is not normal. Nobody has dealt with these kind of market situation. And the first thing I did is I consolidated my crypto. I'm going to make a second video of that. I alerted my Discord members that this is what I'm doing with my crypto, because I've been buying crypto on a regular basis all this time. Just DCA, into Ethereum, Bitcoin, and a few others. And when I saw that the market movement, the way crypto was hitting, I immediately kind of made a huge movement in crypto portfolio as well. I'll share that in a separate video, but this video is about what I sold, what I'm holding, and where I see the market, or when would I plan to get back in. So I sold all my positions that I didn't believe in. And it went all the way from a firm, which I was a huge believer at one time. I got out yesterday because I was like, you know what, this market condition doesn't matter what the FOMC comes out and says. If you get a rally, it's going to be a fake rally. It's proven to be a fake rally. Yesterday, I was so surprised. Even the analysts were coming out and saying, yeah, this rally has legs to run for another 7-8%. Didn't happen. It didn't last a day. Forget about 7-8% of gain. And today we are seeing what's going on in the market. And tomorrow, Friday, is quad witching. So we're going to see huge volatility in the stock as well. So I got out of Affirm, I got out of NEO. NEO is still a good company in my opinion, but I couldn't hold the stock any longer. I had some options as well. So my main reason for selling all my positions was to basically cover for options, the options that I had, the put that I have sold, or the calls that I have, to get out, just clean my portfolio. So I had Affirm, NEO, Matterport. The share I got assigned, I sold it back. So basically I bought shares for 20, I sold it for 4. The huge loss that I took on that. Along with that, I sold Square, I sold PayPal. PayPal, I had about 1,100 shares. I sold it at a loss because initial investment in PayPal was a profit for me. But then I got, I bought at a high price and I sold it back when I was buying the dip. This is not the time to buy the dip, I'm telling you. These conditions are different. Okay, then along with that, I sold many other names like Clove. I had like 500 shares. This small, stupid stuff that I've acquired over the last year, thinking that, you know what, just to be in that game of okay, I'm acquiring this stock, 500, 100 shares here and there. Okay, that's play money I can afford to lose. Right now, I cannot afford to lose a single dollar. And that's the whole attitude that kind of changed me to raise cash as much as I can. I sold Microsoft. Microsoft is a name that I hugely believe in. I sold it at a high because I want to buy back again. See, here's the thing. I can buy all these names. I can buy Neo, I can buy Affirm, I can buy Microsoft tomorrow, for cheaper. But the question is, will these companies will have a turnaround? These companies are not going to have a turnaround, especially companies like Neo, Matterport, the Affirm. These companies are not going to have a turnaround anytime soon. We are out of that easy money and free money kind of timing. Then I also sold, I'm going to actually show you a quick screenshot. I also sold Palantir. Palantir company is amazing, but the time horizon that I need my money to be in I'm not willing to keep my money invested in a company or in a stock that I know is not going to move much for the next 2 years. To me, at this time, it makes sense to take the money and basically invest in a company that is going to give you a better return. So I personally feel that we are going to be in a very, very dicey situation, or don't want to call it dicey, but a very uncertain situation for a very long time. That's my opinion. And again, it's my opinion. I mean, we all have our opinions. I got some comments yesterday that, well, this is the kind of guy Wall Street loves because he has I'm not going to say the word, or he sounds like a drunk who have no idea. Whatever, whoever made that comment, God bless you, man. You have better things to do in life, I guess, than commenting like that. But it doesn't affect me in any way, so go for it. But I feel like that the market condition was so weird, or it's turning to be so weird, that I feel like, okay, I still had hope that these names is going to come back up with the growth stock. Like, just recently I kind of made a video on Cathie Wood, why I think she's wrong about growth coming back. Growth stocks are not going to come back anytime soon. When GDP of a country is going down for the 2 straight years and then going up 0.2% for the following year, we are in this rut till like 2024. And one of the person commented that, the stock market is forward looking. Yeah, it's forward looking. That forward looking is 2024. So we are in this market condition for a very long time. I mean, my high conviction stock, which I'm going to share actually all of the names with you guys in this video, but my high conviction stocks are also going to go down. Who says Tesla cannot reach 500 or 550 or 450? Nobody has a clue right now. If they think they have a clue, they have no clue, because these names like Google, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, these are all great companies, I agree, but these great companies are also going to suffer. So my choice is either I want to suffer with great companies or I want to suffer with bad companies that has no horizon of turning around for the next 2 to 3 years. And I might miss out on Neo, say for example, or Palantir or Matterport. I'm just saying, I might miss out. That's fine. I mean, at one point I was thinking, I actually sold some Apple as well yesterday to kind of bring the balance in my long-term portfolio. So I have two portfolios, long-term and short-term. So I sold Apple in my short-term portfolio and bring it in my long-term. I bought it back in my long-term portfolio. So the number of shares is still the same. But I feel like my short-term portfolio needed to be adjusted because, again, I had so many open options and I had so many other things that was going on in that portfolio. So I really wanted to clean it out. And so let me quickly share with you what the things that I sold, and hopefully you can see it. Yeah, okay. So this is right here is the alerts that I got that filled. So if you see Affirm calls, I got out. HUT shares. So I had about 1,000 shares before. I'm still keeping some because I feel like they're down like 90%. What's the point of selling? But I sold these in one of the accounts because I feel like, you know what, at least I'll get $1,600. That's like 3 shares of Tesla. I would rather do that at this time than hold these $1,600 with no chance of recovering for a very long time. Workhorse, Square Put, Clove shares, ChargePoint share, Twilio shares. Twilio is a company, this was up 162% for me. This is bad because when a company was up 162%, I didn't touch it. I was like, you know what, nah, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. This company is going to 500. Okay, Twilio, I sold it, and then we had calls, then I had Deviant puts, Affirm shares, Apple shares, this is the rebalance I'm talking about. Palantir puts, I closed this position by buying back the puts that I have. Nike shares I sold, Neo calls I sold, Twilio calls so these are Palantir shares, Neo shares, Neo, PayPal. I was just basically Matter, Arcade, Teledoc I was holding for all this time. This was up 100%. I didn't even touch it. Market was saying, here, take the money, it's on the table. I'm like, nope, don't want your money. So the Matterport, Square, 200 shares. So what I'm trying to tell you is that these are the conditions that require extreme conditions, that require extreme steps of basically rebalancing things and basically looking at your portfolio from ground up and seeing where do you see yourself 5 years from now. See, I always say that 5 to 10 years is the horizon for. And this is the Discord that I quickly basically yesterday mentioned. I'm gonna share this with you as well. This is what I alerted everyone that, hey, I'm selling PayPal, Square, Palantir, Neo, Twilio, RK, Matterport, Teledoc. And then somebody asked, what are you holding? And I was like, this is what I'm holding, by the way, to all of you guys. I'm holding Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Nvidia. Affirm, I was still debating at that time, but then I sold Affirm. And of course, one of the names that I did not, write over here because we were talking about it before was SoFi. Of course, I'm holding SoFi. All the options of SoFi I still have in my portfolio. That's something that I strongly believe in, that we are going to see a huge, I would say, turnaround for SoFi, because SoFi is one of the companies that is handling the situation, the inflation, the recession in a much stronger way than any other bank. Like, I feel that SoFi, it is where it is right now, what management is doing, like Anthony Noto just presented in a conference yesterday, they have the most tools in their arsenal to fight the conditions that we are in. I mean, as they said, that their median FICO score is like 770 or something like that, and the median income is like 160,000. Those are very strong numbers for a bank like SoFi to basically fight the conditions that we are in right now. So I feel SoFi is one of the names absolutely in my long-term portfolio that I plan on holding for a very long time. I am, of course, down big time, as many of you know, and I have a lot of options open. I didn't close a single option on SoFi, and I did not, of course, sell a single share of SoFi. As a matter of fact, when I see a turnaround, this would be a better opportunity to kind of acquire more shares to bring my average cost down, which is still about $13. The stock is at $5, so I still have a long way to basically make up. Along with that, FNGU is a short-term play, which I'm going to get out, but I still have it. In my long-term portfolio, I have Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, Microsoft, Trade Desk, and Twitter, and waiting for a deal on Twitter to basically get out. So I sold all those names, and I'm holding all these names. I raised a little over $500,000 in cash by rebalancing this. I'm holding that as cash right now. I'm not going to press the buy button until I'm convinced that we are seeing a rotation in the market and now capitulation is at its max. Again, timing the market, nobody can time the market. I might as well miss the boat on buying it at the bottom, but that's okay, because what I'm seeing, what I'm reading, what I'm going through, in the reports and everything, we are in this limbo for a very long time, and we are not going to get out of it anytime soon. So same goes for crypto. I'm going to make a separate video on crypto. So I feel that right now, the best thing for me to do, again, not a financial advice, the best thing for me to do is sit on the cash and treat cash as hedge. Because somebody asked me, how do you hedge in these times? You don't hedge by making stupid mistakes. You hedge by preserving your cash and keeping your ears and eye open to see when the opportunity comes for you to buy in. I am a still big believer that companies like Google is one of the deep value companies right now. Google is a great stock where it is right now. But can it go down any lower? Yeah, absolutely. Amazon is a great price, under 100, maybe it will go 75, 80. It's a great price for Amazon after the spread, of course. And then Tesla, again, Tesla will have a tough second quarter, but then I think the third quarter, fourth quarter, and then depending on how the economy is, Tesla is going to do well. Along with that, Trade Desk is an advertising play. When the market turns, Trade Desk is going to turn as well. Microsoft is, again, a giant of a company. Microsoft is not going anywhere. And my reason to sell Microsoft was simple. I was making about 60% on my position. And in this time, to cash out in 60% feels good. And I feel like, I can buy back Microsoft cheaper. I sold yesterday, I can buy back today 5% cheaper. So that's my plan. And I will get back in Microsoft along with all the other names that I mentioned to you, because I feel like Microsoft is a great company. So I wanted to come out and tell you what exactly I bought, what exactly I sold. And of course, bought nothing, sold, I gave you the names, what I hold in my long-term portfolio and what I hold in my short-term portfolio. Now, the way I look at it, long-term and short-term, is not that, okay, long-term is 5 to 10 years horizon, I'm not going to touch that. Short-term, I may get in and out, do options, do other things. So again, this is what I feel that we are in this market situation, in this market condition, where markets are realizing the fact that we are not getting out of these situations the way Fed wants it. Fed said we can still achieve a soft landing. No way, that's not happening. And I said even in my yesterday's video, I was like, I have no idea what he was saying. I actually lost more confidence after the FOMC meeting than I had before. Market was going up and I was laughing. I was like, this is such a fake thing. I mean, all the algos, all the computers are just basically trading right now to take advantage of this bull rally, which some of the retail investors are sitting back and thinking, oh my goodness, yes, Tesla going to 900 again, let me buy it again. Don't fall for that trap. This is going to happen a lot as we get into the stock market, the way things are looking right now. So I hope I provided some value. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the stock market? What do you think about the economy? And how are your few ways that you are planning to hedge? Or what are your price point on some of the good stocks? Like, where would you buy Google, for example? Let me know in the comments, because it really helps other individual investors, those who are watching the video, to kind of make sense of if they were willing to buy Amazon at 100 and Amazon, and 15 people are saying Amazon is a good buy at 80, they look at it, they're like, okay, I might as well just wait. So it helps a lot. So let us know in the comments, what are your names and what are your price point on those names? I hope I provided some value. And again, if you did, if you think I provided some value, then definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.